you charm me somewhere near, my heart tells me so. Singing diddle-um, doodle-um, come and canoodle-um, jolly old Uncle Joe. All the women admire me age, 65, 65. That's the merry and spoony stage, 65 and full of bedevilment. Oh, jolly old Uncle Joe. I've chased women in Germany, mademoiselles in gay Paris, flappers too in Farfaroo, widows in Borneo. Sound as rock, a giddy old cock is jolly old Uncle Joe. Wedding yesterday with the girls below, I was petting and pleasing and mugging and squeezing and bossing the blooming show. And some ladies in pink and white, 65, 65, just to soften me appetite, 65 sweet visions of happiness. Oh, jolly old Uncle Joe. Both the honeymoon pair were squat, carrying on a bit too hot. Though the bride had 35, plenty of push and go, her mama was busy afar with jolly old Uncle Joe. Girls begged me to play with them at Kiss in the Ring. Oh, I'm running and racing, I'm munching and chasing, I'm having a rare old fling. Round me circle with dainty skips, 65, 65. I'm there kissing their juicy lips, 65, all sugary, ugary, oh, jolly old Uncle Joe. Girls are slobbering on me chin, pushing me lovely dimples in, half a score demanding more, hollering out bravo. Blood turned out, no mucking about with jolly old Uncle Joe. I'm no soft old Mary Ann like you meant today. I'm an antediluvian, perky Peruvian, living me own sweet way. Though grey-headed, I'm undismayed, 65, 65. Just a lad in the boys' brigade, 65, and marching out Saturdays. Oh, jolly old Uncle Joe. My old father is just the same, he's walking out with a girl again. Bought the ring and everything, even the cradle, oh. 96 and still at his strength like jolly old Uncle Joe. Mrs. McGrath and Mrs. O'Rafferty started to quarrel one Saturday night. Mrs. McGrath was catty and personal, Mrs. O'Rafferty wasn't polite. How dare you say I was hugging the butcher man, squeezing and spooning for over an hour? What about you when you're kissing the dairyman, you with a face turning all the milk sour? Say that again and I'll give you in custody. Oh, what a spiteful old hussy you are. I kiss in friendship, said Mrs. O'Rafferty. Lord, keep a stranger, said Mrs. McGrath. Look at your kids, cried Mrs. O'Rafferty. Look at your own, shouted Mrs. McGrath. Poor little mites, no strength of vitality, weaker than tea at a chapel bazaar. Oh, you owl villain, to slander me little ones. I'm a good woman in every degree. I don't arrange for the window blind popping down when the insurance man calls upon me. No, dearie, you prefer down a dark alleyway, perched with a strange man in his motor car. You go to blazes, said Mrs. O'Rafferty. Let's go together, said Mrs. McGrath. During the row, a roving Italian with a street organ made one of his stops. While the old man was playing the rosary, Mrs. McGrath got a smack in the chops. You owl trollop that talks of gentility, dressed in a garment that's threadbare all through. Lady Godiva with all of her nakedness, damn it, she wasn't as naked as you. I am a lady from glorious Derbyshire, not an old hayback from cheap Potter's Bar. I'm born in Matlock, said Mrs. O'Rafferty. I'm born in wedlock, said Mrs. McGrath. Hungry Louise, cried Mrs. O'Rafferty. Mrs. McGrath cried, you mouldy old jay. You with a face like frozen Siberia, airing yourself as the Queen of the May. Anyway, dearie, I am married legally, married by proxy, not living in shame. Married by proxy, you lying old hypocrite. There's not a clergyman with such a name. Where is your wedding ring, that's if you've gotten one? Where is your own, shouted Mary McGrath. Mine's in the boudoir, said Mrs. O'Rafferty. Mine's in the pawn shop, said Mrs. McGrath.